Yeah, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please like and subscribe. Just a little podcast here about Jonny Waldron. Jonny Waldron really was what, light heavyweight? I suppose he was. Was he light heavyweight? He fought some good fighters. I think he retired about 26, 27. I did know that he was with Terry Lawless about the same time as John Gardner. That little firm was over there. But when he retired, he become an unlicensed fighter, yeah, and I know that he beat. I'm not quite sure. Someone told me he stopped in the first round, and on the second fight, he stopped him in the third round. There's nothing about that in Lenny's book, anyway. That goes without saying. Um, I know Roy Shaw and I know Cliff Fields. Um, Cliff Fields says he was the best fighter ever. Yeah, Jonny Waldron. It was a light heavyweight. I just was told that he beat Lenny in the first round of the first fight and the third round of the second fight. I mean, what a good fighter! To me, he's going to go down as the one of the best unlicensed fighters ever. He done what he had to do. He fought everybody on the unlicensed bills. He beat every one of them. He never got beat at all. Yeah, I can't. It's another one. I can't even remember him when I was doing it, when I was on the unlicensed fights. Then I don't know. I don't know who missed them. Me and Jimmy two missed them, or I was in prison at that time, or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, I would love to fight Jonny Waldron. I mean, being that he was a good pro as well, I wasn't a pro, but I trained as a pro, and that'd be lovely. I mean, Jonny Waldron, I think I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. I did hear a long time ago that he fought Bruno. Not he fought Bruno. He was Bruno's sparring partner. But when he fought, when I'm not quite sure who Bruno was going to fight, but he was his sparring partner in, you know, about what was it, about 80s, 1980s, something like that. I think 80s. I'm not quite sure. Can't really remember. I know little bits and pieces. People have put on the podcast about Jonny Waldron, say more about Jonny Waldron than anybody, right? Because Jonny Waldron beat Lenny twice, but Lenny never showed up for my fights twice, so I can't say that I could have beat him. I think I could have beat him. I mean, Jonny Waldron was a good fighter, a good pro, yeah, and he was a light heavyweight. I mean, all he just done was Lenny couldn't take that power off him. You know what I mean? I mean, a good pro. You get a good pro in a boxing ring, mate. You've got no chance. You're in trouble. You know what I mean? Especially even on the unlicensed fights, you're in trouble. A good pro, mate, would beat an unlicensed fighter all day long. You know what I mean? Without a shadow of a doubt, a good pro. A pro trains for hours and hours and hours. As an unlicensed fighter, all they do, they go down the pub, scream and shout, do a little bit here and there, do a little bit here, a bit here and there, and think they're the business. I mean, I can't make out this Ben Ashett's on that. It's driving me mad, this bet. It is what it is. I mean, I can't get on my mate Fish. Fish will bash him up without a shadow of doubt. Fish will box him all around the ring, punch him all around the ring. But it's going to be a silly fight. I mean, all them fights, them I can't understand them fights, mate. It's they're screaming and shouting, taking drugs and drink, and they make out they're good fighters. Ridiculous, but that's what it is. Listen, this is Bang Bang Ray Hill. Please press the like button and subscribe. Sorry, it's only a little podcast, but I just want to get it right. I think that he should have got more. Jonny Waldron should have got more than the publicity than he did. He was one of the best unlicensed. Well, he was the best unlicensed fighter going heavyweight. You know what I mean? And he was a lightweight turned heavyweight, and he beat them all, mate. Anybody that there was to fight him, he beat them. Anybody knowing the difference? Please let me know in the comments. Yeah. And why hasn't he got more? Why haven't people talked about him more? Why haven't he talked about beating Lenny twice? Why? Okay, lovely.